Guys, Coach Fulton. I had just finished working out, and now I gotta get ready to go do some other stuff. But this podcast is real quick. Me and one of my professional baseball buddies was talking about some stuff the other day, and I hope to get him in the discussion because it's funny. It's really funny, and we talk about how players are evaluated and scouting goes on, and you have all these analytics and all these different things. And I said, Coach, I said, God bless him, everybody's got to try something new. And listen, you're not the owner until you're the owner. You got to kind of play the game that they want you to play. All right, we got that. And analytics now was the big buzz whenever it got started. And prior to that, it was the eye candy look. And prior to that, it was the experience out of college. And prior to that, there's always something that's changing. Always something that's changing. But one of the things, there's a difference, though, between scouting and being a master scout. Scouting and being a master scout. Anybody can take a stopwatch and learn how to go click, click, and report that this guy ran a 6.2, or this guy ran a 7.5, or anybody can write that stuff down, okay? Anybody can read a radar gun and see how fast he's throwing. And naturally, anybody can see that a guy hits bombs to the left field and right field. I mean, that's a very simple thing. Analytics also is a very simple thing. You can take the computer and do whatever you want to do with it and talk about the launch angle, how many times he rolls over, how many times he drives through. You can do all of that stuff, all those analytics, all that physical analytics in this. Anybody can do that. But the master scout, he knows how to do something that the guys on average don't know how to do. Locating the 5 tools is one thing. And I don't forget what they are, speed, fast. They're all physical. But the 6th and the 7th and the 8th, they're mental. They're spiritual. Their attitude, it's attitude. It's a drive, it's a hunger. It's what makes that guy think. Why does he swing that bat? Why does he attack? What makes him get up and go day after day after day? The master scout knows how to find that in an individual. He knows how to categorize that in his brain. He doesn't put a number to it. He doesn't put a calculated value that you can put into a computer and have that analyze it, because a computer cannot analyze the heart. A computer cannot analyze the mental aspect, the approach, his history. The scout can. The master scout can, I'm sorry. The master scout can. The master scout knows that this kid is hungry, that he's going to give it everything he's got because he's got some innate quality about him that just leaves his body when he walks out on the ball field. The master scout knows that this guy is a worker. The master scout knows that this guy's not going to get upset. The master scout knows that this guy's going to outthink his opponent. The master scout can almost tell you who's going to be in the World Series before it even gets started after the first month. Because the way the players play, the way they handle themselves on and off the field, interact with each other, how they handle social skills. So you say, well, Coach, that's all real nice and good. We all know that. No, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. There is and it takes time, it takes experience, it takes being a father, being a coach, being a player, being a social advocate, knowing what you're doing in the world of the people that you're dealing with. A master scout knows this, and a master scout can take a look who is going to be the guy you should put your money in, because that's the guy who's going to win for you when it comes time to put him in that position. See what I'm saying? Master scout. So I had rather talk about a master scout than just scouting, because the master scout does have a list of things that he looks for. And in our next podcast, we will go to the master scout and we'll say, okay, master scout, what is it that you look for? Master scout, what is it that makes this guy tick as opposed to this guy tick? Master scout, what are you doing between the ears? Okay? What are you thinking about when you go to the plate? How do you handle the press and the adversity of all the money that you get to play? How do you handle 0 for 20 and then come back and go 20 for 5? This is what the master scout knows how to do. So be ready, because when we do the Master Scout, I got to sit down and be organized with a little plan of attack, and I got the bullet points so I don't waste your time. But my old guys and my new guys who have been around and understand this, I think you know what I'm talking about. And I would encourage you, God bless you, please, please text me, say, Coach, hey, this is what we think. This is what we look for. This is what we do. Hey, I don't want to hear any negativity. I don't want to hear about the young guys and these people and the money. And I don't want to hear about how analytics causes all these things. I don't want to hear that. Just don't want to hear it. Because it's too much. It just takes away my joy for playing the game of baseball. I hear the good. I hear the bad. I understand analytics. Shit, we've been doing analytics since the 70s. Since the 70s. Ted Williams, he had analytics. We can go on and on and on. That's not the point. It's the point of discovering what it takes to be a Master Scout, so that you can have a better understanding of the guys that you're dealing with, and the people that you see, and how you can have a positive influence on those around you. Okay? So next podcast, we'll try to do this Master Scout thing, try to have this stuff out here so you all can take it out, check it out, look at it, work at it, and maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe you just laugh your butt off, but that's okay. I also want to thank everybody on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook for just getting out here and pushing. And we got to thank each other more. This has been a very wonderful thing for me. And it's been a wonderful tool for a lot of people to be able to network and tell people what we're doing and how we're living and stuff like this. Now, does it have some side effects that are negative? Yes. Sometimes it makes it a little harder for us to get and see people face to face and be real, because we just forget how to do that. But when you figure it out, you got a whole lot more communicative skills, know how to get around. You can help some of these people who have not had that opportunity. And that's when it becomes even, I can't say more funner. Well, what are the two? Oops. But the bottom line is, I want to thank everybody for all the positive contributions. Yes, there's negative on that, but there's negative in life. There's negative in your family. There's negative with your friends, but there's also positive, positive, positive. So find the positive, pass it on, and Wild Penguin, baby. Keep the faith.